big money. But this raid should be safe since the association organized it, right? Pak glanced around furtively as his worries started to build. The absence of guilds typically meant there wouldn't be a large payoff, and while it wasn't always the case, that usually meant a low-rank gate. However, there is no such thing as a guarantee. Pak wasn't the only one. Other hunters were looking around uneasily as well. Well, Kim was taking a sip of his coffee to avoid responding when he spotted a familiar figure in the distance and waved in welcome. Hey! There he is! Sung! Over here! The others also brightened at the sight of the approaching hunter. Hello, everyone. It was Jinwoo Sung. Jinwoo nodded politely at Kim's cheerful greeting as he walked by. After making sure Jinwoo was out of earshot, Kim turned to Pak with a cocky grin. Jinwoo Sung's here. That means it's safe. Pak's eyes went wide, and he leaned in closer. Wait, is Jinwoo Sung that powerful a hunter? I guess you wouldn't know. He started not long after you retired. Everyone knows Jinwoo Sung. But if he's that strong, why is he working under the association? He'd be better off as some big guild or as a freelancer. Kim's grin faded, and he gave Pak a wry look. Do you know what his nickname is? How would I know that? Stop beating around the bush and just tell me. The weakest hunter of all mankind. The weakest? Not the ultimate hunter? Come on! That's Chong Che, the S-rank hunter. Sung's nickname is the weakest hunter. He's probably the worst hunter in all of Korea. What? Pak frowned. Why had everyone welcomed Jinwoo so excitedly if he was that weak? They'd have to count on him to cover their backs in an emergency. Pak couldn't understand the other hunters' reactions. Kim snickered at Pak's blank, confused look and elbowed him in the side. Listen, any raid with Jinwoo has to be easy. The association never gives him a difficult job. After all, they wouldn't want to be liable for his death. Finally, Pak visibly relaxed. Really? Pak's wife was worried sick, as it had been a while since his last raid. If he was being honest, he was nervous too. But Kim's words put him at ease. Kim continued. Rumor has it, Sung was hospitalized for a week because he got hurt in an E-rank gate. A hunter got hurt in an E-rank gate? Apparently, and the association didn't think anyone would, so they hadn't even bothered sending along a healer. So he was hospitalized for a week? Bah! Kim shot Park a warning glance for laughing too loudly. Shh! Sung might hear us. Oops, didn't think about that. Pak snickered to himself while keeping an eye on Jinwoo. Luckily, it seemed Jinwoo was too far away to hear them. He was wrong. I can hear everything, old man. Jinwoo smiled bitterly while pretending not to notice their gazes. These were the times he cursed his sharp hearing. The raid wasn't yet ready to commence. Am I too early? Jinwoo looked around for something to pass the time before finally making a beeline for the coffee. May I have a cup? Oh, Hunter Sung, I'm so sorry, I just ran out. The cold winter wind bit the tip of his nose. Jinwoo rubbed it with his finger. It was just that kind of tragic day where even the coffee let him down. Why do you insist on working as a hunter? I'm sorry. Jinwoo lowered his head. Ju Yi, the beauty performing a healing spell on him, made her disapproval clear by sulking. I didn't ask you that to hear you apologize. I asked because I'm worried about you. Keep fighting like this, and you'll find yourself in real danger someday. Jinwoo gazed over Jui's shoulder at his colleagues locked in combat. Gates or entrances to dungeons. This particular dungeon was approximately D rank. Over a dozen hunters were dealing with the magic beasts without breaking a sweat. Unfortunately, it had proven too much for an E-rank hunter like Jinwoo. Generally, healers brought up the rear and took care of the wounded.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.